Hey, what it is, what it do, man. I want to give a special shout out to each and every one of you. Hold on. Hey, chat. I don't think they heard me. So I want to say it one time, once again, for my OG family and my brand new friends. I want to thank you for tapping in and allowing me, HG, to be your number one source for sneaker, streetwear, and any other kind of news in between, because we end up getting a little bit off track sometimes and we talk about any and everything. But again, I want to thank you all for joining me on another Tuesday night Soul Source. Thank you as always. And I appreciate each and every one of you, all of my ghost watchers, all of my commenters, all of my after live viewers. Thank y'all for just doing y'all thing, and especially thank each and every one of you that support to the channel by doing donos and things like that. It is never expected, but always appreciated. So thank you again to all of you. We have a jam-packed night full of news and information. And if you catch me looking off to the side for the people that are watching the live, it is because I am going through my live list of bullet points to talk about for tonight, and it's pretty jam packed. Now, like I always say, we're here for a good time. I'm never here for a long time. When I pull up my topics and my bullet points, I never think that it's going to run me into a 2-hour show. But because of you all's love and support, we always go at least to the 2-hour mark, and sometimes even longer than that. With the last 2 weeks, we've been going to about 3 hours. I think last week we went to 4 hours because we had Kari in the building. Again, the week before we went to 3 hours because we had Retro in the building. You never know who's going to come through. But for everybody that is new to the channel, hi, my name is HG. The channel is Homegrown Kicks, and the Tuesday night lives are Soul Source. Now, again, for those of you who are new around here, if you are unfamiliar, I am on plethora upon plethora of platforms of social media, whether it be IG at homegrown_kicks. One of the most important ones, Spotify. You can find me over on Spotify at The Soul Source, where if you happen to miss the live or you don't catch it at all, or you miss points during the live, you can go back to Spotify and replay it and listen to me on your drive, whether it is to work, on vacation, dealing with the kids in the car and you don't want to hear them, or you want to share something, a special moment with your girl. You can listen to me over on Spotify. I hear I have a pretty smooth and easygoing voice. Shout out to my Red Cup, Double Cup HG family. I appreciate y'all. You also can follow me on Facebook at Homegrown Kicks, Blue Sky, Homegrown Kicks as well. TikTok, make sure you all follow me on TikTok at Homegrown Kicks. You can follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, on my social media platforms, and anywhere else you all are linked into social media sources of information. It's going to be Homegrown Kicks. The only thing that's different is my Instagram, because apparently a old sneaker reseller had the name Homegrown Kicks, so I had to put the underscore. But they've been long since gone. And, for whatever reason, they kind of came at me in the DMs. And they've been gone for like 2 years. They came at me in the DMs about my name, trying to say I stole their name. But I'm like, nah, that ain't what we do around here. We don't steal nothing. And also, you can find me over on Twitch. Shout out to the Twitch community. Sometimes they tap in and, they say, hi, what's up, what's going on? Sometimes we get trolls from the Twitch community. Sometimes we get bots letting us know that we doing something around here. But shout out to everybody, and you can follow me on every single one of those streams of social media. Now, like I said, we've got a lot to unpack, a lot of craziness that I didn't even expect to have going down. But before we get into the craziness, let's talk about what's on foot tonight, man. What does HG have on foot tonight? We have the Nike Comfort Slides. Are these better than Yeezys? I know I said I was going to do a video about these a long time ago, and I have yet to do the video. But you know what? Your boy HG got a lot going on with doctor's visits and physical therapy. I'm doing well. Even though I'm far along in physical therapy, my doctor says I'm doing pretty good, and I've got a lot more range of motion than what was expected, even though it's not much in my opinion, and it gets kind of stressful, and I kind of expected more out of myself. But my doctor says I'm doing pretty good, and we'll see where things progress as the year goes on. But we got the Nike Comfort Slides on foot. If you all still want a video on these, let me know down in the comment section. For those who are watching after the live, and for those who are currently watching during the live, put it down in the chat. Put a 1 if you want to know about the Comfort Slides, because I've got plenty of other slides that I have not talked about yet. And if you don't want to hear about the Comfort Slides, don't put anything in there. And maybe I'll just randomly make a video about them whenever I feel like it. But again, kudos to y'all. Let's see what people are saying down in the chat. We got Nappy 29er. Salutes to you, brother, man. Glad to see you. It's been a minute. But hey, family is never forgotten, and you're definitely not forgotten. Nappy, salutes to you. He said, "What up, HG, man? What up, Nappy 29er? Glad to see you coming through to the Soul Source." Anthony Turner, man, salutes to Anthony Turner, man. It's been a minute. I don't think I saw you. I don't think you were here last week. We had a lot of crazy things going on last week, but you're here tonight. That's the most important thing. Hey, no time like the present, man. We're glad to have you here. He said salutes, gang. And then he put another one, double salutes in the chat, man. Salutes to each and every one of y'all, even my ghost watchers, even my people at work listening to me, ramble and doing my thing, man. I appreciate y'all as well. Hey, I thank y'all. I just want to thank y'all. So getting into tonight's conversation, before we talk about the sneakers and things like that, I want to ask, no, I don't want to ask anything, but I want to give a moment of silence for George Foreman. If you all did not know, because this kind of happened like in the middle of last week, so I'm pretty sure you all know the news, but for those who don't know the news, I want to say RIP to George Foreman. He recently passed away. People were responding to this about 3 days ago, so I believe this is a like a 3-day-old post. Like I said, this happened sometime during the beginning of during the end of last week. If you don't know who George Foreman is, George Foreman was one of the greatest boxers of all time. He boxed Muhammad Ali. He boxed who's the dude that be biting ears off? I forgot who he was, but he was one of the greatest boxers of all time. Did a lot of minor key commercials. He had the Foreman grill. A lot of you all will know him from there. But yeah, one of the greatest to ever step into the ring and throw hands that he is, going up against Muhammad Ali. So again, RIP to George Foreman, and let's go ahead and take that moment of silence, if you all don't mind, man. If you all don't mind hanging in there with me. Okay, again, RIP to George Foreman. Now, breaking news. Really quickly, breaking news, because, and I want to do this at the beginning of the live, because I want to make sure everybody gets a fair opportunity, because we don't gatekeep around here for the most part. We don't gatekeep around here. Shout out to my boy Will, aka Boss Dub Kicks, on Instagram for this breaking news. Let me see. Let me make sure Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, I don't want. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I don't want to get into that just yet. Check. Let me make sure. Should have did that beforehand. And I know I had better organization before jumping into it. But I mean, like life, nothing goes perfect. And, we make mistakes. So things happen. Let me see. No, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. But as soon as I can pull it up and show you all, shout out to Will again. Like I said, Boss Dubs Kicks. It is for the Air Jordan 85. And there is currently a raffle going on for the 85 highs. Here we go, right here. I don't know why I made it more harder than it was, but currently, if you all are not familiar or unaware, there is currently a Air Jordan 1 High Bred. Did I say that right? Air Jordan 1 High 85 OG Bred raffle going on for these bad boys right here. A raffle going on right now and ends tomorrow on Foot Patrol for the 85 Bred Jordan 1 highs. So there was rumored to be 10,000 pairs. It was rumored that we saw all 10,000 pairs fly off the shelves, and there were no more opportunities to get the 85 Bred highs, but currently that is not correct. According to my boy Will, aka Boss Dub Kicks, in this image IG post right here, you can go to Foot Patrol, not the website, not the app, but Foot Patrol launch, and enter the raffle for the Bred 85 highs. And again, like I said, it ends tomorrow. It's going for 195 pounds. And that is about 252.39 US dollars, of course, with the tax. A little bit steep, a little bit higher than what the original 85 high price was. I mean, but it's around the same price because in the US it was $250. So still within the same realm of possibilities. But if you ask me, $252 compared to paying $600 or $500 retail is a better option. And hey, don't say your boy HG did not tell you. Don't say that Will, aka Boss Dub Kicks, did not tell you. But yes, this is your, I guess you would call it your third chance to get a pair of the Bred 85 highs. Anthony Turner said, bro, I didn't know you hit. Congrats. Hey, look, sometimes you don't want to let the left know what the right is doing, and you got to keep things close to the cuff. I have done a recording of a video for this. I think I got like 2 videos coming for this. The look for these, and then I have a video that I'm going to title 10 reasons, well, not 10, but a few reasons why I guarantee you won't wear these. And I think I'm going to do another one entitled why these aren't worth the hype. So, I mean, look for those 2 controversial topics within a pretty sought after sneaker. So be on the lookout for those. Like I say, better late than never. It might be an old video for the rest of the sneaker world, but hey, I mean, I don't think anybody's talking about the kind of things that I'm going to be talking about in those other two videos. So, hey, feel free to look out for it, tap in, um, and do y'all thing, man. Just support the way y'all been supporting me for this long, man. I appreciate y'all. Murder PX said, "Yo, HG, man, what's good, Murder Man? Long time no see. No time like the present. Glad to see you here, man. Salutes to you. I appreciate you. The family appreciates you. And thank you once again for tapping into Soul Source, man. How y'all been? As a matter of fact, before we go any further, how have y'all been? How was your last week, and how has your week been going thus far? How up until Tuesday? What's for dinner tonight, man? I know everybody got their different ideas of cuisines and stuff like that. What's for dinner tonight, man? Y'all go ahead and let me know, because I haven't had dinner yet. I haven't had dinner. As a matter of fact, I didn't have lunch until about like 1 or 2 o'clock, which feels kind of late, especially given the fact that I didn't have breakfast. But let me stop before I make myself hungry. Um, Let me ask you all before we get into any other sneaker news. Um, who hit on the Union LA Jordan 1s? Another video coming. What did you all think about it? And are you all happy you hit, or are you disappointed? Let me know. Is this a hit or a miss in the chat? Chat. Let me know if the Union LA Jordan 1s was a hit or a miss, especially with that enlarged wing logo. Um, I, you know, I'm gonna give the people that are watching an early, insight to my thought process. I think this was a little too late, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, it's a classic. I mean, of course, it's a part of a Chicago, and the Chicago is a classic colorway, and a lot of people have been looking for a Chicago. But I think people are tired of being teased about certain sneakers uh, because we were teased with the Lost and Founds. We were teased with the kind of black toe-ish colorway. And I think people are more along the lines and the thought process and the track of, we want them OGs, man. We don't want no OG issues. And then you got the shadows. And when the shadows dropped in 2016, 2017, those went on sale. And I don't know what the market for some shadows are, but I mean, to me, this feels like, although it is a pretty good shoe, I feel like it's too little too late. And the combination is it's a bit, yeah. But you all will know when I drop the video my full thoughts and opinions. But you let me know what you all think down in the comments, chat. And people who are watching after the live, you all let me know in the comment section. Union LA Jordan 1s. What did you think? Did you cop a pair? Because there are a lot of subtleties that I talk about in my review that I don't know, man. And you all are either feel what I'm saying, or you all will have your thoughts and opinions and your disagreements on that. Murder BX said, it's been a chill week. Just finished dinner, Taco Tuesday. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Tacos sound really good right about now. It's been a minute since I've had some tacos, man. I don't know if I want some. I don't know if I would have some homemade tacos or some Taco Bell. I think I want some Taco Bell, man. I don't know. Hey, man, I say what you want, man. I know it ain't real traditional Mexican cuisine, but hey, Taco Bell sometimes kind of does it, man. It kind of hits the spot sometimes. Hey, and while I'm up here patting my chest, man, shout out to mental health. Nobody cares until something drastic happens or until somebody snaps. So make sure, if nobody else has your back, make sure you take care of yourself and focus on your mental health, because mental health is serious, man. Everybody keep that into consideration. So let's go ahead and kind of tap back in to a topic that we had a few weeks ago, and let me make sure that I'm gonna have the correct screen up so that we don't have so that we have as few hiccups as possible. Let me make sure I go to the right screen. I know I didn't accidentally get rid of it. Oh, okay. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. So, another bit of news from, let me go ahead and stop my screen. But another bit of news from Dade as kicks. And last week we talked about those fragment Jordan 1 highs. And chat, you all had a lot to say about those fragment Jordan 1 highs. Now, I believe this is one that I was trying to, talk about last week, but couldn't exactly find it and kind of forgot about it. And we had a whole bunch to, unpack and unwrap. So this live gave me an opportunity to um, talk about it again. And let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I got it on my I got it up on my phone. I don't know why. Um, I can't find it right now. When I looked on my phone, it was like right there, front and center, easy to find. Maybe I'm overlooking it, but it's another Ross find. It is another like really sought after, quote unquote, limited release Ross pickup. And if you all remember last week's live, like Retro Rick was here, and bro, Retro had some pretty strong feelings about, what was actually possible to find in a Ross. What was and what wasn't actually possible to find in a Ross. And of course, okay, we got like the Amamanier break in and theft. Oh, here we go, right here. All right. I just overshot it by a little bit. So if you look up on the screen, for those of you who are watching live, chat, and you can see what's going on. You can see the title of the post. But for those that might not be looking, that might be participating through Spotify, it says local retail Ross had stocks of Nike SB Dunk Low Verde and Futura Dunks. So the Verde, the extremely like hairy kind of dunks, kind of reminded you of the Grateful Dead dunks that were limited, that they did like a plushy toy run for those. And then the Futura. Now, the Futura, I can't remember who was the designer of these, but a very well-known designer. I forgot and didn't realize I knew who the designer was for these, but a very sought-after shoe, going for the highest of the high on the resale market and on the pre-sale market. Ooh, it's a little chilly in here, man. I don't know. I don't know how many of you all have, those days where your downstairs is pretty cool and the upstairs is pretty warm, but I'm going through one of those moments. I might have to throw on a jacket at some point in time, but warm up my hands a little bit. It's pretty chilly down here. How many of you all experienced that? Let me know, chat. But right here, Ross, the Futura Dunks and the Verity Dunks were spotted there. It looks like they have the Verity Dunks for $59.99 and the Futura Dunks for $59.99. As you can see, right here in this image, Futura Dunks $59.99 and the Verity Dunks. I mean, well, the Verity Dunks were first, and the Futura Dunks for $59.99. Now, one thing I will say, although you cannot, I mean, although you can see the shoes, the post had an S on it, meaning plural, but the photo only shows one of each. And although you can see the shoe, and it does look like it is in a Ross retail store, and that is definitely a Ross sales tag, you cannot see the rest of the tag labels for either one of them. Now they've got like the Spider Wrap security tag on it, and then they've also got the other ink security tag on it, but you can't see the name on the tag, which I absolutely understand would cause people to be extremely skeptical about the authenticity of this photo and are they actually being sold inside of a Ross? Because as we know, and as we talked about not last week but the week before, we had situations in the past where people were absolutely lying about what they were. In the beginning, people were finding limited or sought after pairs of shoes in Ross's and not Michael's, but in Ross's and Marshall's and things like that. And it became so popular, people started faking the videos and were going in and asking Marshall's employees or Ross employees to create tags for the shoes, or it was actual employees that worked in the stores that were sneakerheads creating tags for the shoes. So, like, it became extremely hard to believe that you actually be able to find shoes like this. Now, we played devil's advocate and we went back and forth and, said what we had to say about situations like this. And I mean, is it possible? Yes. How plausible is it? Is the real question. I don't know. First the fragments and now the Verde and Futuras. I don't know, but if this is true, hey, point me in the direct. Hey, somebody give me a little bit more information about this. If you know the specifics about this, or if the person who posted this photo on the internet sees this live and wants to come forward and show proof, and I don't know how you would actually show proof of this or back up the legitimacy unless you had like a video of the shelves of multiple pairs. Hey, if you got something like that, message me in the DMs. I can put you on, we can bring you up on it live. We can have a conversation and, we can chop it up and give people more context, because with just photos like this, bro, we ain't believing that shit. Especially the Soul Source fam. Hey, look, y'all smart. Y'all smart. Y'all don't believe it. Y'all don't believe the hype. Hey, Murder BX said cap. And I can't blame you for feeling that way. And if Retro joins the live, we're gonna come back to this topic, and we're gonna have a conversation with Retro and see how he feels. Let me go ahead and paste the link to the live for anybody that wants to get up here, have a conversation, chat with your boy. The link is in the comment section. Just click on the link, and as long as you ain't trying to get up here and act the fool, I'll bring you up. We can have a conversation, man. It's all fam, man. Hey, we all good in the club, man. You know what I'm saying? So now that we talked about that, getting that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the next topic of conversation via resale haven. Resale, I think that's resale haven, or is it resale heaven? Let's talk about the current release of the Amamanier Air Jordan 3. Now, we already had this discussion last week. Kari was on the live. Shout out to Kari. He expressed his views and opinions on the Amamanier 3. And I mean, between the two of us, and for the most part, a lot of you all in the chat, we came to the consensus that this is a boring release. It's nothing really exciting coming from Amamanier, and that we weren't going to go after this release, especially at the high price tag of $225. And then once you factor in taxes, if your city does taxes, and the EQL, entries, that this shoe was going to be every bit of $250 at the minimum, or somewhere in between the $240 to $250 price range. So we were going to pass on this release. But if you did not pass on this release of For the Love, I don't mind your threes, put it down in the chat. Hey, y'all, chat, y'all signed off. How many of you all went for this and how many of you all passed on this? But they did the Amamanier release. They did the EQL release. If you all don't know, I am a very frequent visitor of Reddit, probably more frequent than I should, because Reddit is full of the misinformed, toxic, and just weird. Like, you see a lot of weird behavior, a lot of misinformed information, and a lot of toxic individuals on Reddit. But a lot of people on Reddit thought that this was a limited release. And let me go ahead and put this out there. And yeah, I'm talking to a lot of y'all when I say this. A lot of you all have. So let me start off by saying this first. Yes, Nike and Jordan Brand did say that they were going to be limiting the stock number of releases with the changing of the guard, with the new CEO. Nike started that last year in 2024, and they were going to continue it from 2024 on into the future. But just because they said they were going to limit these releases, let's not get this ish twisted. When they said they were going to limit the releases, they were speaking more in terms of the usual Jordan and Nike brand releases, and not the collaborative releases, with the exception of some of them, and of course the Travis Scott releases, because Travis Scott releases have always been limited, with the exception of just a few. So Amamanier was not a limited release in the space of what they usually do. Union LA was not a limited release. Even the Nigel Sylvester Brick by Bricks were not a limited release in the sense of what they have done in the past couple of years. And we're going to talk about the Brick by Bricks in a little bit, but none of those collaborative releases were limited. Now, I don't know if they're going to limit collabs in the future, but hey, I need for y'all to understand what it is when they're talking about limited releases. But getting back to these For the Love, Amamanier threes, Murder BX said, definitely like them and glad to see a different color than their usual. Yeah. So, but I want to ask this: is this really a different color than the usual? Because yes, it's not the burgundy or the what was it, like the the purple. Well, I guess burgundy is purple, but yeah, no, it wasn't the burgundy. And I mean, like burgundy is their usual color palette, but um, it is the white, it is the sale, and we did see this color tonal of blue on the fives. And as a matter of fact, we're going to get some more fives that are going to be releasing in this kind of blue colorway. So, I mean, is it really something different for Amamanier? Because that was the conversation that we were having last week. With Amamanier, they're doing the same silhouettes. This would be the third in a line of 4 Air Jordan 3s. They've done 2 Air Jordan 4s. They've done 2 Air Jordan 5s, and we're going to get 2 more coming this year. Supposedly, they've done 1 Jordan 1, they've done 1 Jordan 2, and somebody even mentioned to me that they're supposed to be doing a 6, but when it comes to everything, oh, and we've got the airships. Yeah. And then we got the 12s. I forgot to mention the 12s. But like this is the usual color palette, and the usual silhouette. And I did ask last week, how far at a $225 price tag, $225, $250 after all of the taxes and fees, how far will good quality materials really get you? And when should we stop being okay with one or the other? And when I say one or the other, normally it's a good colorway that we're okay with. And then when we're tired of good colorways, we settle for good quality material. Why can't we have somewhere in the middle where it is good quality material, a good colorway, and a good variant of a silhouette? Like when is it okay to ask for something in the middle, a good little mix, a good mix of everything? You know what I'm saying? So because again, with some of these releases, you get one or the other. It's never a good combination of everything for long. So hey man, y'all let me know down in the chat if you all understand what I'm trying to say, because I mean it kind of felt like a little bit of rambling. But who went after the Alamo Year 3? Of course, we know that these are going to drop. These are going to drop on the resale market. So if you really want them, just give it some time, because I saw doubles and triple ups of this shoe, and we haven't even gotten to the sneakers app release yet. We still have the sneakers app release not patent pending, but pending. So there's plenty of other Alamo Year 3 for the loves to go around in the near future. Anthony Turner said, "Looks like a GR, to be honest." I feel the same way. Let me go ahead and cycle through some of these pictures. I feel the same way. And a lot of times people try to compare when it comes to these threes to other threes that have already released. I'm going to be fair and say you can't compare any of the Alamo Year 3s that have released to anything like the Fire Red 3s or the True Blue 3s or the Black Cement 3s, because they don't look the same. But at this point, can you really say it's something special? Because I mean, we already basically we know what to expect from Alamo Year. There has not been any variation whatsoever in what Alamo Year 3 releases when it comes to collabs, other than I would say the Air Jordan 2. In the Air Jordan 2s, it wasn't even much of a variation. but those dropped back in 2022, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I had to do. I did the research on when each one of them dropped for the purpose of a conversation that I had on Reddit. But other than that, man, I mean, look, see, okay, so you get the standard good materials, basic colorway, like Turner said, like a GR colorway, um, with an all white upper with blue midsole hits, sell midsole, mostly sell midsole with a hit of blue on the heel counter. Some really good dark suede on the peaks and toe cap, and the lace eyelet and the ankle collar. Um, you get Nike Air in blue on the back. You get Alma Manier monogram A on one tongue, and you get the Jumpman logo or Jordan standard tag for a 3 on the other tongue. You get the quilted insole, and the insoles are comfortable. I'm not gonna, deny that or cap on that. The insoles are comfortable. Um, and then you get the Alma Manier hang tag, and then the standard paper Alma Manier hang tag, or you get the Nike Air hang tag and the Alma Manier paper hang tag to go with it. And of course, you get extra. I think you get extra set of laces. I don't know if you're going to get extra set of laces with this release, so don't quote me on that. But I mean, it looks like a GR to me, and I can't blame anybody if they say it is a GR. Because I feel the same way. And if I really want it, because it's not a bad colorway, it's not a bad shoe, it's not bad quality by any stretch of the imagination. But I mean, if I want the shoe, I'm not going to pay $250 because the trend has shown that, especially with the last couple of releases, that the I'm on my year releases are going to drop way below retail. So, I mean, I might as well wait. And if it never drops below retail, hey, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not going to cry over what I don't have. Yeah, yo, Sosa, man, salutes to you, man. Thank you for tapping in. I appreciate you. The family appreciates you. And thank you again for showing all the love and support that you have shown for me throughout my time on YouTube and while I'm been doing my thing, man. Yeah, also say, yo, man, salutes, man. Um, Anthony Turner said, take away the blue, and you got those white and gray threes that are still sitting. The white and gray threes. Are you talking about the elephant Jordan threes, or are you talking about the Lucky Short Jordan 3? Because the Lucky Shorts Jordan threes are sitting too. And this is basically like a darker tint of the Lucky Short threes. But I mean, you absolutely have 100% a valid point. And if those are still sitting and those are what, like $200 retail, why would I pay $250 for these? Why? Just why? Murder BX said, I've never seen most of the collabs as special, just premium versions with a little extra. That's something to think about. That is really something to think about. Are collabs really that special? Or are collabs more of what we really should be getting, especially at the price points we are paying? Like, are we getting screwed on GR releases or what Nike and Jordan Brand would consider regular releases? Are we getting screwed? Are we paying a high price for what should actually be considered good quality, or what we should actually be getting as good quality? And then should collabs actually be more of like a more reason to justify the price and more reason to call it a collab. Like these right here. Um, to Murder BX's point, like the materials are good. The feel is good. We get like extras within the box and things like that. And I think these were like 225, which is not far off from the $200 price tag that we paid for like 190, $200 price tag that we paid for these. Now, to be fair, the materials on these are really good. These are really good. And the materials on these are probably better than the materials on these. So is this really a 190, $200 shoe? And they should step up the quality and step up their game when it comes to stuff like this if they're going to charge us $225. Is this more worth the 190 price tag than this is worth the $225 price tag? Y'all let me know, chat. Um, like y'all let me know what y'all thoughts and opinions are on that Union LA collab. And I need to start wearing my Jordan ones. I think I'm gonna reach back. I think I'm gonna reach back and grab me another pair of these black toes. Because like I said, the materials on here are crazy. I want to wear these. I want to beat these up. The resale prices on these are below retail. So if you, hey, I'm just gonna tell y'all now, if y'all don't go into y'all store and grab another pair, or if you all don't grab these for below retail, man, y'all look crazy. And y'all just are acting ridiculous. Oh, I got some food. Oh, 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 my bad, chat. I had my I had myself muted. But yeah, Murder BX. I got the tacos. I'm super excited. Hey man, after you shall receive. Super good, super delicious. But like I said, while I had myself muted and you know loving the fact that I had tacos, I apologize once again because I know I was looking pretty damn crazy. Man, I got the jalapenos, the cheese, the sour cream, the soft tacos. Man, yo, hey, I was waiting for moments like this. We don't do beef in the tacos. We do ground turkey, but um, thoughts and opinions on it. I'm on my year threes. Um, Salutes to you, Chris LaMonica. Thank you for tapping in. I gotta say it again. I appreciate you. The fam appreciates you. And you said never sacrifice quality is part of the Alamayer signature and what we have come to expect from the brand. People just have fatigue for Alamayer, and with all that is coming in 2025, funds are more discriminatory. And that's facts. We talked about that with Kari, and he mentioned that as well. So thank you for reminding me about that point. And we also said that like Alma needs to, branch away from the Air Jordan 3, the Jordan 4, and the Jordan 5. Like, give us another one. I know people don't like two, so we ain't got to worry about the two. Give us a 6 or an 8 or a 9 or a 10. Like, and then space it out, like you said, with the fatigue, space it out. Anthony Turner said, "Murder BX facts." Um, Anthony Turner said, "As soon as you look at the union, you think collab, and that's how it should be." I feel the same way. Something not quite the usual. Boom, boom, boom. Something crazy different. I mean, well, not crazy different because we got it with the unions um, in the beginning. But I mean, it's something that doesn't scream the usual suspect. And for a minute, Amamanier was doing that, but then they kind of trailed off. And Chris Monica said, "No sound." I appreciate you, Chris, man. Thank you, thank you. I realized it. Not too late, but I did realize it. Murder BX said the real problem is Nike. They running up the prices on everything to make up for their losses. Can't even blame them when they see people pay insane prices on the resale market. That is something to think about. That absolutely is something to think about. As a matter of fact, Nike even alluded to that a little bit in the beginning of last year. Um, as to like they see the resale prices via StockX and Goat, eBay, and resellers and things like that. And they're like, okay, why are we letting our shoes sit on the shelves and go below resale? I mean, and go below retail for resellers to just snatch them up and just charge these high prices because people are even paying high prices for shoes that went on sale. So that's a good perspective. That's a good point of view. Oh no. But I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I muted myself because I had talked to Miss HG about my food. But I appreciate y'all. Um Now we talked about the legend of George Foreman, and we talked about his passing. RIP to George Foreman. But let's talk about another legend. And I didn't even, well, I don't know how into sneakers Prince was, but I do know that a popular sneaker resale shop did a SB Dunk inspired by Prince, 2 years ago. And I can't think of the name, but I talked about it in a live maybe a few years, like a couple of years ago. They did a Prince inspired dunk that was called Purple Rain, but Prince's estate threatened to sue Nike and the sneaker shop over, using the name Purple Rain. So they changed the name. It was a dope SB. I think I'm gonna reach back and try to get that SB if the resale price is not too crazy later on down the line when I can afford it. But Prince was apparently like into sneakers or friends with Michael Jordan, and they did a Purple Rain Air Jordan 11. And this is like really big. This is big. This is monumental because if you all don't know, Jordan and Jordan Brand does not allow anybody, not anybody or just anybody, to touch the Jordan 11s. But Jordan Brand ended up doing a Purple Rain Jordan 11, and it recently sold for $100,000. Check. Y'all let me know what you think of this Purple Rain Air Jordan 11. Now, for people that are listening on Spotify, this is kind of reminiscent of if I had to compare it to the most recent Jordan 11 release, this is reminiscent of the women's Air Jordan 11 Bred, except for everything is purple. So you have a suede purple upper. You got the suede tongue, the suede rope laces. For the mud guard, you have a purple velvet mud guard, a white midsole, and a translucent purple outsole.
Dessert.
Oh, snap. Chat. I'm being taken care of tonight. Look. Hey, hold on. I gotta show. Look at this. This is for dessert. Man, y'all check. Y'all can't say this don't look good. I'm finna eat good. Dang. Murder BX said, let's go enjoy. Yeah, so sad. Remember, friends outlived by Jack. Damn, yeah, we ain't trying to get petty like that. But it's got, like I said, it's got a purple translucent outsole with a silver Jumpman logo, and then 23 on the back in silver. Now, these photos are courtesy of Z Sneakerhead. The post that we're looking at for George Foreman and right now are courtesy of resale.heaven or Haven. But I saw these first on Z Sneakerhead. Shout out to Z Sneakerhead as well. In my opinion, these are dope. Would I like to see them release these or keep these as a exclusive? From a male perspective, it's fine if they keep these as a Prince exclusive. But all of my ladies, all of my female viewers, let me know. Would you like to see these released? Ooh, man, that purple, man, when you get the natural lighting, that purple looks crazy. And I mean, like, fellas, check. How many of you all would actually wear these? Let me know down in the chat. How many dudes would wear these? And would you like to see this as a release somewhere down the line as an homage to Prince? Because it's some male Prince fans out there that might like this. Or Y'all are y'all gonna leave this up to the ladies to talk about and figure out if they want to see these? But I will say these are fire. This is definitely a good one, and I'm not mad at how you feel about these either way. Damn, that's good. Woo! And then if you look at the insole has like the raindrop and it says Jumpman, and then it has the Jumpman logo. I'm surprised Prince never wore these. That's crazy. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Now, um, let's talk about. Let's see. What y'all talking about? Murder BX said Barney called and said he needs his shoe. Said he needs his shoe bag. Hey, Murder, that's how you feeling? That's how you feeling, brother? Yeah, yo, laughing at Murder, man. Yo. Don't feed into Murder. Don't feed into Murder's craziness. Purple is my mother's favorite color, said Yayo Sosa. I know a lot of other people that like purple. Um, Now let's move into Nigel Sylvester. Well, no, pause. Hold on. Pause. Let's move into some Nigel Sylvester news. But before we get into it, I want to ask who was able to cop the brick by bricks? Because I did. I'm a little salty about it, but I wasn't able to hit on the brick by bricks. Out of all of the raffles that dropped, I filled out a bunch of raffles and I didn't hit not one of them. I didn't hit it. I didn't hit itch. But talking about Nigel Sylvester, he recently had a release over in Tokyo, Japan for the brick by brick. And I especially wanted to show this to the people who keep screaming that the brick by bricks are rare. This is another rant about collabs aren't really that rare. And this just is another way to prove my point. Just because you weren't able to get your hands on does not mean they are rare in the sense of something like an undefeated 4 or some other shoe like that. It just means that they were freaking backdoored or other people had access to more pairs than they were supposed to, but it doesn't mean they were rare. Because the brick by bricks had close to the same quantity as the Union LA Jordan 4s. I mean, not Jordan 4s, but the Union LA Jordan 1s. And I hit those pretty damn easy. If you want to say a shoe was rare or limited, I would put these in a rare or limited classification, the 85 Bred highs. So, I mean, we kind of got to switch up our thought process of what is rare or limited, because nah, man. But with the Nigel Sylvester brick by bricks, I'm still praying and hoping that I can get a pair for retail or at least get a pair for below $400, because I mean, y'all might say it's cooked and it ain't gonna happen, but like I showed you earlier, there is a open raffle for the Air Jordan Bred 85 high OG. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. Impossible is nothing, as I used to say. Murder BX said, I still rock them 11s. My favorite silhouette. Facts. Hey, I ain't challenging nobody's manhood when they wear purple or nothing like that because it don't make you, it don't make you a man. If anything, I see if you really get ready to rock some purple or some pink, you brave in my opinion, because people are going to kind of try to label you. But at the end of the day, fuck labels, man. You know who you are, hopefully, and you know what you stand for, and can't nobody else define that but you. So, hey, wear what you want to. I hit on sneakers 1,633 pairs in the size 8. So, yeah, you hit on the brick by brick, man. Shit. Congrats, bro. Because I tried. I definitely tried for a size 10. In the beginning, nobody was a size 10. And then all of a sudden, people became size 10 extraordinaire. Even people go for size 10s now as trade bait. Leave my fucking size alone. If you're going for trade bait to try to actually get your size because you know you aren't going to get your size, you might as well just pay the resale price for your size. Leave my fucking size 10 alone. Murder BX said, I filled out everything. Multiple sneaker accounts and a few friends helping. Still nothing but error. Now, I didn't ask friends to fill out no sneaker raffles or nothing like that. But, like you said, I did fill out multiple raffles for the two different accounts that I have. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm not hurt, but I'm disappointed. I'm highly disappointed. But life goes on. There are other pairs that are coming out and other releases. Yeah, also say at BX, I would too. Ohio 1986 said, where is the raffle for the 85s? Okay. So, because you weren't here earlier, let me fill, and for people that weren't here earlier, let me fill y'all in. If you want to enter the raffle for the 85 hybrids, the raffle is currently on the Foot Patrol launch app. Listen to me. It is currently on the Foot Patrol launch app. Don't say I didn't tell y'all. Don't come to your own conclusions. Listen to the exact words that I said. And just to reiterate, if you're new to the channel, if you're ghost watching, you can find me on all social media platforms. Spotify, Twitch are two of the most important platforms. Spotify is sole source, where you can, if you missed some of the stuff and you don't want to play it back on YouTube, you can listen to it in the car with your girlfriend on a long road, on the way to work, or on a long road trip, whether you are trying to stay awake or whether you're trying to ignore the family. Follow me on Spotify as sole source, and you can play back this information. They also allow you to watch the video playback, so you can give me your feedback and comment there as well. Twitch, Homegrown Kicks, Facebook, Twitter, also known as X, Blue Sky, and everywhere else, TikTok, important TikTok, and Instagram, homegrown_kicks. That's the only different one, but the rest of it is homegrown kicks, and I try to make something different as far as content wise on every single platform. So feel free to follow me on those if you have it. I'm not telling y'all that y'all have to download it and whatever, but if you have it, please follow your boy, especially for information like this. So there you go. I told you where you could enter the raffle for the 85 highs. Murder BX said brick by bricks were limited in stock compared to GR releases, just not as limited as the 85. Facts. When it comes to collabs, the brick by bricks were not limited. When it comes to GRs, they were limited. And I think people need to really understand what the differences are. Murder BX says size 10 gang. I know the struggle. LOL. Yeah, man. I need y'all to stop. For people who don't wear a size 10, I need y'all to stop fucking with my size 10. And I need a lot of you all to stop freaking discovering that instead of, because I know a couple of people, and no shade to my people, to my family, but I know a couple of people that for a while were like, I wear a size 11. I wear a size 12. And they were firm on that. They were firm on that decision to later now discover that they're an actual true size 10. No. Stay at your size 11 or 12 and leave my 10s alone. I've been a size 10 since day one. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And to all my size 10 family, unless like you were on a weight loss journey and you lost some weight and your feet shrunk and now you a size 10, other than that, stay out of the size 10 zone. Please, and thank you. But let's go ahead and look at this real quick. In this video, you see Nigel Sylvester doing his bike tricks through the streets of Tokyo, Japan, which is pretty doggone dope. I would like to see Nigel Sylvester come to Atlanta. Or maybe do like this stuff in Cali. He don't have to keep it to upstate New York. Come on, Nigel. I'm officially asking you to do this bike, this bike parade, this bike gathering in other cities, man. And, I fully 100% rock with this movement because up in New York, he got tons of people exercising and riding bikes. Take that movement all over, bro. Don't just stick to New York. I don't know why they put that picture of Goku right there going Super Saiyan, but it is what it is. But this is the line in Tokyo, Japan for Nigel Sylvester doing a signing and rollout for the Air Jordan 4 bike. Oh, that's a dope ass store. Check out the store, check. Ooh, what is that? It looks like it said Kith on the back. I didn't know Kith had a store in Tokyo, Japan. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He let the old boy sign his shoe with a permanent marker. Wait a minute. Chat. I don't know. I don't know if I could let somebody sign my shoe with a permanent marker. Because the suede on them joints is premium. Like, now, true enough, if I got them, I would get them to wear. but I just don't know, man. This is really like showing support and you know getting behind the artist. It's kind of clashing with my OCD. So he drew a picture of a bicycle, and then he drew his signature on there. I mean, like, would you be okay with him doing that on the side of a really good quality suede shoe? And shout out to Kip for getting this, put together. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's some dope pictures, man. Dope pictures. Let me see what he talks. Some people even caught him outside of the signing and got him to sign Tinker Box. Okay, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm coming. I gotta walk.
Now,
Thank you.
signing on the cover of the box is more my speed. Signing on the box is more my speed, but signing on the shoe, I don't know, man. I'll leave that up to y'all, man. Ye also said, I have the 85s too. Mind blown 100%. I was on a roll. Man, look, I need your luck right about now. Hey, HG. Nigel from Queens, New York. He got to show love to the home base. LOL. The whole shoot is a tribute to the city. Right. Murder. Trust me. Trust me when I say I know. I know, that he from Queens and I know the whole point and stuff like that. But, spread the love, man. Spread the love. Don't just go straight to Tokyo because, like, I don't know, it's the biggest thing, but, like, let's go to some other major cities, with that same kind of vibe and that same kind of feeling. Chicago, I don't care about Chicago because, like, Chicago get everything. LA, I don't really care about LA because LA get everything. But come down to the A, man. That's just a short drive, straight down. Straight down the what is it? The Appalachian Trail, or the Appalachian Mountain Trail, straight down, man. From New York to Atlanta. People from New York come to Atlanta anyway to move, to try to, hustle, jug, and live better. So why not slide to the A and, do your thing, man. We show love. Southern hospitality. We show love, man. Hell yeah. I would be fine with it. That's an autographed display piece. Definitely not wearing a seat. And that's what I'm saying. If he signed the shoe, you wouldn't want to wear it. I wouldn't want to wear these joints. Retro showed me a pair of these Nigel Sylvester bike Air Jordan 4s. And the materials are too good not to experience and wear on your feet. It's just too good not to. Okay, so let me go. Hold on, let me find there we go. So let's get into the next topic for the night. And it goes along the lines of Air Max Day. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Air Max Day, it goes down every year. And it is a celebration of the Air Max. Now, GOAT is celebrating Air Max Day right now. They started yesterday with a couple of releases. They do it every year. I think yesterday they had a chance to get the Charles Barkley CB4s. I think that's what it is. Charles Barkley 4s at retail price, because retail price is freaking ridiculous. It's almost $400. I'm not paying fucking $400. Excuse me, chat. I'm not paying freaking $400 for no Charles Barkley's. They had Off-White Vapor Maxes. They had the CPFM Vapor Maxes. They got a couple of Air Maxes that you have an opportunity to get at retail. So if you didn't know, go ahead and check that out. They are also releasing a Donkey Kong Nike Pixel shoe right here. And I think that might be this weekend, I believe. And there's a full run out of what they're going to be releasing on Air Max Day. But if the Donkey Kong Air Max 1 isn't enough nostalgia for you, don't worry, because Nike said, hold my birth. And I know this is going to hit home with a lot of my gamers from the 90s. Like from the 90s, early 2000s, it's going to hit home for y'all, man, because it definitely hit home and piqued my interest. They got the Golden Eye Nike Air Max 1 low polys. Bro, who remembers 007 Golden Eye on the Nintendo 64? The Nintendo 64. Who remembers that, bro? Murray B. said, I got fam in the A. My wife from Georgia. So here, see, look. You know what? I'm gonna touch on that for just a second, but I'm gonna answer. Average said, how long you gonna be on? I'm gonna be on for as long as like the topics, the topics last me. I don't know. We're here for a good time. I don't know. Depending on what your thought process is of a long time, I don't know. But I'm here for a good time. But let me see, what was it? You know what? Okay. As much beef as New York and Georgia have, because people from New York say that people from the South are slow. And I just got into an argument with somebody earlier on Instagram about that whole stupid thought process. The South may move at a slower pace than the North, but that don't mean the people are dumb. But as much as New York and up north talks shit about, and I don't know why people just, when people say the South, I don't know why people just focus on Atlanta when there are other states in the South: Tennessee, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, LA. You might even consider Texas as the South. Nobody ever mentions those states as the South. They just solely zoom in and focus on Atlanta. But as much as New York people or up north people talk mad shit about Atlanta and the South, y'all sure do move down here, and y'all sure do be wiping our women up. Y'all sure do be wiping our women's up. Now, that's all I had to say. That's my little soapbox rant. But and I say that to my New York.
I don't want no problems with nobody. I don't want no problems. I don't want to beef with nobody. I don't want drama. I don't want smoke with nobody.
Because I know y'all, and everybody from upstate, I know y'all looking at me like,
shut the fuck up, nigga. For once. Shut the fuck up, bro. That's all I'm saying. Look, just for once. Shut the fuck up. Right now, today.
But I'm just saying, man. I am just saying.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you
that. But, for me and my folks up north, it's all love until y'all cut up and act a fool and y'all say something crazy like that. We ain't slow in the South. And let's stop acting like every state does not have their southern areas where people are, as we like to say, country bumpkins. You know what I'm saying? So let's get that straight, man. But when it comes to these, the Donkey Kong Air Max ones, they straight, and I love Donkey Kong growing up. But these joints right here, these golden eye, who remembers the golden gun? And who remembers the big head? Yep, like a multiplayer. Because you had, it was like one of the few times where you could play against multiple people. And I think the Nintendo 64 had the ability to go online and play against people online, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when it comes to games, Golden Eye is the quintessential game of a generation. And for them to do this on an Air Max 1,
I don't need it. I need it!
I need them joints. I absolutely need them joints. Hold on, Average, I got you. There you go. I pasted the link in the chat. Let me see. What is this? Maybe this is. And then let me see. Let me go ahead and put the link in the DMs from boy Average. Let me see. Damn. Average, where the hell you go? Oh, here we go. Let me get this right. Hold on, chat. I appreciate y'all for y'all patience. Bing, bang, boom, bow. There we go. But yes, dope shoe, very nostalgic. And hey, this is something I got to get. No Hype A5 said I used to fake sick to say I want to play that game. Yo, I think we all been there, bro. Make sure y'all grab a honey bun. Hey, facts. Look, hey, if y'all feeling down and y'all are let me see. I don't have none with me right now. But if y'all are feeling down and y'all are trying to turn that frown upside down, make sure y'all head to your local grocers, Walmart, Kroger, Publix. Hit up that snack aisle and grab you a box of Little Debbie honey buns. And if you can't find no Little Debbie's, go to Costco, Sam's Club, or whatever your bulk store is, and grab you a honey bun regardless. It don't gotta be Little Debbie's, but that's what we rock with around here on the Homegrown Kicks. That's what your boy HG rock with. It's the Little Debbie's. Grab you some. Appreciate you, No Hype, man. Hey, you better tell them. No Hype. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that was dope. Something to mention. For Air Max Day. Now, what is it? We got. Let me see. Let me see. I gotta. Let me find it before. What is this? No, that ain't what I need. No, that's nice. Okay, here we go. Now, did I see the jump, bro? Did I see the double cheeseburger honey bun? I did, and I damn near had the same reaction you had. I was gonna show that on the live, but I was like, bro, hell. I was like, that don't even look appetizing. They smashed the honey buns on the George Foreman grill. The honey buns looked burnt. And the meat looked old. So I wasn't gonna do that to y'all. I damn sure wasn't gonna do that to y'all. So that was a solid pass for me. That almost made me not want to damn buy honey buns no more. But if y'all haven't seen it, it's somewhere. It's somewhere on the internet. So y'all go and search for the doggone a double cheeseburger, double hamburger, honey buns. Now, getting into the next thing via or by way of Drops by Leo. We got another one. I don't remember if I have the DJ Khaled joint. Let me see. Let me see if I got the DJ Khaled button. Let me see. I don't think I got it. If I do, I'm finna hit that button. Let me see. Now, I ain't got the DJ Khaled button. I haven't loaded it up yet. But another one. We got another one. So, if you all were hiding under a rock, which for most of y'all are well informed, and even if you aren't well informed, y'all are smart, man. Y'all are smart and rational and things like that. But we got another train heist. That would be the second one this year. And is it the second one this year? Yeah. And I think like the third or fourth one within the last 2 years. We already debunked the last store break-in, but we also had a store break-in with Amamayer that was real, compared to the other one that we saw where it was all Marvel cinematic views and shit like that. But we had another train heist supposedly where thieves stole $300,000 of unreleased Nike shoes in another train heist. I want to say this. At some point, we have to start looking at this as Nike marketing. This is fucking hard to believe. This is extremely hard to believe. We went through box truck robberies last year. We went through train heists. We went through a Memphis distribution theft. And we went through like tier 0 store thefts. Nike had an entire year to stop this, avoid this, and all around prevent this from happening. And yet, supposedly, it's happened again. At what point do we look at this as a hoax, as a sheer attempt to try to put Nike back in the forefront? Because Nike stock has fallen insanely. At what point do we look at this as a hoax and a marketing attempt? And at what point do we start saying cap and bullshit? Like, because right now, the way I'm feeling, this cap. This is cap. And if it's not cap, it is definitely an inside job. Average said, all 9 behind this. Ain't nobody really out here playing Red Dead Redemption. Like, I hate to say it, because I usually play devil's advocate, and I like to see things from all ends of the spectrum. But for me, this got to be. I got to call bullshit on this. I have to call bullshit on this. I, man, I, man.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Like, ain't no way Nike allowed themselves to be robbed again on a train. Oh, Aaron said all Nike is behind all of this. Ain't nobody really playing red there. Then. Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, especially given the fact that Nike has started to do what Nike used to do and do traditional commercials. I'm starting to feel like this is Nike CEO being intuitive and thinking ahead, and stuff like this being Nike's 2025 way of doing advertisements and commercials like they used to do in the 90s and early 2000s. Because they're giving us commercials, they're starting to give us commercials now, like the early 90s and 2000s, and I believe this is just another added bonus to get people like you and myself talking about it and driving up the hype. You know what I'm saying? Because they did it for the brick, like they did it for the brick by bricks. And I have to say, like, when they did the brick by bricks, they did it beautifully. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, man. Like the advertisement and the rollout for the brick by bricks was beautiful. The advertisement and the rollout for the 85 OG high breads, beautiful. Although I did not agree with the release method, it was still beautiful. And even though I didn't agree, I couldn't fully hate on it either. So, you know, that is my thoughts and opinions on that. Chat, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. You know, do y'all believe that these train heists are really happening? And you know what? With the frequency that social media platforms are claiming that this is happening, I would not be surprised if maybe, because for the springtime, we got a fairly decent rollout. Spring shifting into fall. I would not be surprised if we didn't get a report of a warehouse robbery or another box truck robbery. Mark my words, timestamp it, 3/25/2025 at 9:38 p.m. I would not be surprised if we get some other kind of report of some kind of robbery. Hey, I'm just saying. I am just saying. Now, let me see. No hype said facts. I haven't believed any of the BS since the Cherry 12s. Oh, damn, that's a long time ago. That was last year. But getting into some more bullshit or BS, if you want me to censor it for my verbiage sensitive individuals, and whoo, but them jalapenos, whoo, they kicking my butt. I don't know how many of you all saw this or how many of y'all heard about this, but if y'all saw the thumbnail, y'all got kind of an idea of what I'm talking about. Man gets script. I know it's stripped, but man gets script butt naked or almost butt naked in a robbery attempt. And I know y'all are like, what the fuck? Somebody or what the fudge? Somebody was getting robbed and got stripped naked. Hey, I'm just gonna let this video play out. Check this out. Look at this video. These Dude,
Free
it's
Hellstar
tripping.
sweats. It's
This
story
guy,
time. I know
what
y'all
they
love these kind of videos. So yesterday, Goofy tried trying on the full Hellstar fit and walking out the store. You know that ain't happening over here. We had to strip his ass. So unfortunately, he
fuck?
did rip off our sensor. So there's a small hole, aka it's a damaged goods now. We once were selling 350 brand new. We can't no more. I got these going out for free to the first person that comes in wearing this hoodie we released in 2022, the Devil hoodie. Don't be like this Goofy over here. We'll see y'all here.
Dang. So they even put the picture after the dude was stripped naked on the internet. They made business. I'm talking about he was gang stripped. Pause. No dick. So basically, what happened is a dude went into a sneaker resale shop, requested to see a Hellstar fit, one of those like I wouldn't consider Hellstar a luxury brand, but you know, Hellstar, one of those streetwear brands, which goes for a pretty penny on the resale market. A guy walked in requesting to see a full Hellstar sweatsuit fit. He tried on the fit, ripped off the sensor tag, the theft sensor tag, and thought he was finna book it up out that door. Now, I don't know what would possess him to think that he was going to be able to get out the door with a full fit, but he thought it, and the staff said, hell
Ain't no
no.
fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
While he was standing up in there looking at that shit and standing in the mirror talking,
I don't need it.
he was looking up in that sweating. You could tell he was going through his choices. But while he was sitting up there talking about, look, I need it by any means necessary, like I said, that resale store said, ain't no fucking way. And they ganged up on him and they stripped him naked, took his shoes off, and left him in nothing but his skivvies, as my people from across the pond say. Left him in nothing but his drawers. And took a picture of him and sent him out the door. Now, like, I really wonder if they gave him his clothes back. That's a good question. Did y'all at least give him his clothes back? And after after the whole ordeal went down, of course, because he damaged the product and snatched the tag off, they couldn't resell it. So they decided to give it away for free for any individual that bought some OG merch back in 2022. So, I mean, I guess that's a cool way to do it, but it is what it is, man. Hey, that's some bullshit news for you, if I ever heard any. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick before we get into some other news. But here's a list of some collabs that are supposed to be dropping in 2025. We've got I'm on my year, and we've seen I'm on my year so far with the For the Love I'm on my year threes. They've got the all black Air Force Ones and the Air Max 95s that are in the For the Love pack. And we've also got a I'm on my year 5 that's supposed to be dropping in 2025 as well. CDG is on the list. Chevrolet, like Vroom Vroom, the car brand, is collabing with Nike. Okay, that's interesting. Cortez, CSEF, DSM, Haley Wilson, High Priest or Hyper Ice, High Priest. Kids of Immigrants. I'm familiar with that. They haven't done very many collabs with Nike, but they did one, I think it was last year, either 2024 or 2023. They did a pretty good collab. I think it was a Dunk or a Jordan 1. Little Yachty, he's got another low. I think it's got like the alligator skin or something like that. Limousine. Nego is back with another collab. Pata, Ricardo Tisci. I don't know, man. Sorry if I butchered the name, but Ricardo Tisci. Sakai is back with another collab. And as you saw last week, I was wearing the Sakai Nike Blazers. Dope. Sakai has done some pretty good collabs. Sloan, I don't know who that is. Titan, Travis Scott, of course, with the Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1 Low, and Yuto Horigami with the green pair of SB Dunk Lows. So if you all are familiar with any of the other brands that I mentioned that I wasn't familiar with and what they're dropping as far as collaborative efforts, put it down in the chat, let the family know, and tell me what you think about that. And I think it was one more that I was watching. Oh, Ben Baller. I've heard of Ben Baller, but I don't know exactly who Ben Baller is. They said he got aura framed in public. I don't know what the hell aura framed is, but let's go ahead and check out this video because, I mean, let's just check it out. And Ben Baller looking like, what the is going on? From Bricks to Kick said, to be honest, most of those collabs are going to be garbage fire. Hey, we talked about that. We talked about that a little bit earlier, especially focusing on the album My Year 3. But salutes to you from Bricks to Kicks, man. Thank you for tapping in. I appreciate you. The fam appreciates you. And we all glad to see you. How was your week last week? And how was your week starting? But in this video, a dude pretends to drop a piece of paper in front of Ben Baller. Ben Baller picks it up, and this might be cap too, man. This might be cap because of all the people to pick it up. Ben Baller picked it up, and he happened to have his camera running into Ben Baller. This shit might. The more and more I look at this video, and the more and more I think about this video.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with the fam's intelligence because you happen to have a piece of paper. You happen to have a pen. You happen to be filming. You happen to run into Ben Baller. So much so to the point where when Ben Baller picked up this piece of paper, you pretended that he wanted your autograph. Man, get the fuck out of here. From Bricks and Kicks, man. Hey, I love that profile picture. He said, "What's good, Jake? Man, what's good, man? Man, I'm good. Had a doctor's visit today. Got some good tacos on Taco Tuesday, man. Hey, man, we enjoying the vibes, man. I appreciate you for coming through. Like I said before, we need collabs like Prada, Burberry, and Dior. Ooh, that's big money pockets. That's man. Oh, man, you talking big Benji's type collabs. Chris LaMonica, Ben Baller is a hip hop jeweler. Okay. From Bricks to Kick said, Ben Baller is a scam artist like all other celeb jewelers. I believe it. I believe it. Most of these influencer type videos are all capping over bullshit ass overpriced type beast bait. I feel it. I feel it. And I don't for a second doubt that. I don't doubt it for not even a fraction of a second. Hold on, let me shorten this. Let me shorten this list real quick, y'all. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah. Imagine a Burberry style Jordan 7, yo, or a Prada style Jordan 12. From bricks to kicks. I'm not even gonna hold you. Those would be so damn dope. But at the same time, those will be so incredibly limited that like the average person would not even be able to get their hands on it, and not even at a resale price. Because it would be ridiculous. Look at the Dior Jordan 1 lows. Or look at those all white Jordan 1 high and Jordan 1 low Italian leather joints. For an example, we would never be able to get our hands on it. And when I say never, well, never say never. But you'd have a better chance of getting your hands on the fake than you would actually getting your hands on the real. But you know, it is what it is. You accept the good with the bad and take every blow on the chin. No pause, no diddy, and you just keep moving forward. Now, in some other bullshit, and I say this because I can't believe it, and I'll elaborate in just a second. But in some other bullshit, the title goes, one of the biggest sneaker scammers is facing up to 7 years in prison. So we talked about this last week with Zeta Kicks. And if you all don't remember, again, let me refresh your memory. Zeta Kicks was running one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in sneaker brick and mortar reseller history. He ended up skipping out on a lot of money that he owed people who had fronted him shoes. I forgot what that process is called, but he ended up not paying a lot of those individuals who were waiting to be paid for shoes that they entrusted him with that sold. And then ended up filing for bankruptcy. Now, in the investigation, he was found guilty of money laundering, tax evasion, and all sorts of different charges. We talked about it last week. If you weren't here, feel free to double back and listen to last week's live. And then I can't remember which live it was before that, but we went over these things in depth with Zeta Kicks. Now, last week we did say that he was possibly looking at only 18 months of like jail time or something like that, something minor. Even if he's convicted of 7 years, him and his partner, I still think that's a load of bullshit. Because not only did you scam thousands of people out of product, but you scammed them out of hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars, and thought you were going to get away with it. It says Zeta Kicks' founder, Michael Malik Zeta, whatever the hell his name is, and partner Bethany Mackerman pled guilty to wire fraud and bank fraud conspiracy. Those were the other two charges. The collapsed sneaker scam in 2022 left customers with 65 million in unfulfilled orders and defrauded banks of 15 million. And he's facing up to 7 years in prison, and he must pay back 84 million in restitution. Bro, let me be honest
Ain't
with
no
you.
fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
84 million? Ain't no way in this lifetime that he gonna pay $84 million back, especially when he had to turn over his business to the IRS. So he no longer has a business. He no longer has access to his accounts. He no longer has money. He's starting from scratch unless he like diversified his money and passed some of his funds on to somebody else. Ain't no way he's gonna pay back that 85 to 86 million back in a lifetime. Yo, he might as well just tell them, bro, just go ahead and lock me up. Just go ahead and lock me up, throw the book at me, and have me in that joint for like however long I gotta max out until I served $85 million worth of time. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. And the people, unfortunately, that allocated pairs to him, hoping that he would sell them and then give them their money. Hey, you shit out of luck, fam. You lost. You gambled and you lost. Bobby Lucas, cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Hey, look, that's how you know we doing something. When the Twitch bots come into the chat, hey, we doing something, fam. Hey, shout out to the HG fam. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for hitting that like button. And thank you for engaging in the conversation. Follow me on Spotify, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everything at Homegrown Kicks, Blue Sky included, and IG Homegrown_Kicks. TikTok ruined sneaker content culture, and Travis Scott burned the sneaker collab market to Hiroshima. I love good collab shoes that have a unique and eye-catching look while maintaining retail price. Facts, i.e., the Black History Month SB Dunk Lows. An incredible shoe. Nobody knows when those are supposed to release. When they release, I'll inform y'all. I will let you all know. From Bricks to Kick said, gotta love them Twitch bots. Absolutely. Gotta love the Twitch bots. Gotta love the ghost watchers. Gotta love the haters. Gotta love the family, man. Got to love all of them. So let me go ahead. Let me check this. I think it's over here. Where did it go? Of course. Okay, here we go. Now, and the OnlyFans, absolutely not. And the OnlyFans, gotta love the OnlyFans too. Now, keeping up with like the resellers and some crazy resale news. I don't know how you all will feel about this. I know for a large majority, it's a sigh of release, and something that needs to happen across the board. But down goes another one. Down goes Frazier, a sneaker resale store by the name of Soul Ply, I believe it is. Soul Ply, not to be confused with Soul Play ATL, files for Chapter 11. And for those of you who are not familiar with Chapter 11, and I hope I am quoting this correctly, but basically it is a way to shift around your funds so that you can basically get an idea or a more clear view of where you are in terms of your business and be able to pay back all of the people who have, put shoes in your store for you to sell and things like that. Basically, it is a method of writing that ship, so to speak, and keeping it afloat before you have to file for Chapter 13 and give up your business, or basically end up in a situation like what Zeta Kicks is in. But Soulply, they closed 4 of their retail stores, simplified it, and filed for Chapter 11. Now, I know a lot of y'all are gonna say, "Man, that's pretty damn good, man." Like, hey, I ain't never fuck with resale stores anyway. Some of y'all are gonna say, "I don't care," and then some of y'all might, and I heavily emphasize the word might, be like, "I hate to see him go." Nobody deserves to lose on something that they put their time and effort in. But it says cash flow constraints forced Soulply to divert substantial revenue toward loan payments, leaving insufficient capital to maintain adequate inventory levels. As a result, some stores struggled to sustain the same level of sales, and the company faced mounting financial charges. So, I mean, they were doing something right. They got multiple stores, at least 4 or more stores, but in a failing sneaker resale market, hey, it's bound to happen to anybody. And a lot of people are just waiting for the resale store dominoes to fall, man. Like, I don't know how to feel. To be honest, I'm more so along the lines of I don't think I really care. But kudos to y'all. And hold on, I don't know if the live is jumping around or hard to keep up with, because it's telling me that the bars aren't there for the first time in a long time. The bars are a little bit jumpy, but hey, we're gonna try to get it right. We're gonna roll with the punches and keep going, man. One monkey ain't gonna stop this show. You want to hop on an IG call with me right now? From bricks to kicks. Yeah, I'll hop on an IG call with you. Let you talk to the fam. Let you get your views and opinions out. Let people know what you're thinking, because I know it's a little bit difficult to express yourself. Excuse me. Well, these good ass tacos. It's a little bit difficult to fully express yourself and have people understand what you're saying. Just typing. Because I struggle, because I got so much to say. I got a big mouth, as you can see, by the time we run into. But yeah, hey, man, feel free to call in through IG. And anybody, feel free to call in through IG. If you don't feel comfortable getting up on the camera, or and you don't have access. Here we go. What's good, fam? Hold on, let me put you on speaker. What's going on, man?
Hey, so I was looking at this whole thing when it comes down to the shoe game and everything, right?
Yeah.
We and bro, the whole idea of reselling and the entirety of it is all nothing but just a scam. You feel me? It's like we got people like Tom and Hype sitting here selling Panda Dunks like it's 2020 for $300, which is damn near 200 above retail. We got people like Cool Kicks, and known fakes. The other content creators already called him out on it, and he's gonna sit there and ignore people. You feel me? It's like, man, people gotta stop bitching.
Right.
I don't know. Just to me, it seems like the whole shoe game just got fucked up after like around 2021, 2022. And that's right when I got out. When I got out of lockup and everything, and I just seen it, it was like, bro, it's not the same when I was growing up in high school. It's not the same.
You know, I feel you on that. So like I was collecting shoes way before all of it. And real quick, before I finish on that, on my thought, hey man, Average, man, what's going on, man? What's going on, bro?
What up? What up?
Man, not much, man. We just chatting, going over some things, man. Just another Sneaker Tuesday, man.
Who the hell you talking to?
So this is from Bricks to Kicks.
Oh.
You already know me.
Let me say this right
You already
quick.
know me.
Yeah, let me say this right quick because I be getting a lot of DMs and a lot of folks is wondering and like, what's going on with you and Homegrown and whatnot. I'm like, we good. So I want to set the record straight. We are good. There's no beef behind the scenes. There's none of that. So y'all can relax. Like I be getting a lot of DMs. Like, what's going on with
Nah,
y'all?
I got much love for y'all. Y'all know.
That's crazy because
yeah.
Ain't nobody asked me nothing.
And so like me, y'all gotta understand me personally. I get in moods where I won't make a video, I won't go live, and like that. So on my behalf, there's no beef at all with me and Homegrown. And so if y'all want to know where I be at, I ain't on nobody live. I don't even go live on my channel no more. So I just want to clear that so y'all can stay out my DMs and wonder what's going on and whatnot. So, but I just wanted to say that. And plus, I got a lot of DMs. Everybody like, when you coming back? So,
oh dang,
pop up tonight. Yeah, so I said I'll pop up tonight. But
Bricks the Kids asked a question. Go ahead, ask your question again.
Hey, Albert, what's going on with those live streams and everything, bro? You was killing it on freaking all them college football game and everything.
I know that's what I just said. I get in moves where I just do that. I just get in moves like, man, screw them about that, man. So I get a lot of everybody asked me to come back to start doing that. So, but I will once I get out my little funk. I will.
So before we get back to like the sneaker resale stores and things like that, like I was saying, that's crazy because I don't know if people are afraid to approach me or whatever and ask me questions, but ain't nobody asked me nothing about what's going on, no beef, none of that. Hey, fam, okay. Fam, I'm gonna tell you, the way I am is I don't pigeonhole nobody to nothing. I don't have any expectations of anybody showing up to the lives or anything like that. Because that's just not who I am. Like, I understand that people have things going on in their life because I got a whole lot of shit going on in my life. So what I do is I send out invites and people come. And if they don't come, I don't get mad. And I think it might be a bit of misunderstanding as to, who we are as people. So like I know Average, man, like he said, he get in his moves. I understand. Like,
and plus, let me on top of this,
Average be busy. We got
that's what I was gonna say. Homegrown know Tuesdays I play basketball. That's why I was like, if you want me to be consistent on the live, you have to move it to Wednesday. And he moved it to Wednesday a couple of times, but Wednesday wasn't good for him. So he like I'm not gonna not tell him to do what's not good for him. So he had to come back and do it on Tuesday. And Tuesday, like is my basketball day. I just left the gym because we had a game. So if it's on Tuesdays, I'm gonna pull up late probably when I do, and half the time when I get home. That's the first thing I asked. How long are you on? Because normally by the time I get off, done, he done.
For like sneaker space and everything like that, but he's not falling on the way of like other content creators where he's just heavily monetizing everything and nothing like that. He's just explaining it for what it is and not having no dimes and nickels on top. That's one thing I really respect. Like I vibe with you the same way I vibe with you. You feel me?
Right. So like I said, and like Average said, a lot of times it's scheduled. So like I used to do it on Wednesdays because all of us that were in the space, we had an understanding. Like, and for me, I just want to enjoy what I do. I just like I enjoy talking about shoes and stuff like that, and I just enjoy vibing out and stuff like that. And if you all have been in this space for at least, I would say maybe 6 or 7 years, maybe you'd have to be in this space a little bit more. If y'all aren't familiar with like toxic sneaker YouTube, it was toxic over small shit. Like I'm talking about small shit. And I just wanted to be me, enjoy what I do, and not have to worry about somebody that I don't even know talking about, oh, yo, he trying to step on my toes, he trying to steal my spot, because I know me. I'm all for the petty. I will get in it if you want to get into it. And, you know, I'll air some shit out, as they say. And at the end of the day, it wasn't me that really wants to air anything out. But like I said, if you push me, like Tupac said, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. If you push me, hey, I'll air some shit out. But I just wanted to, you know, enjoy what I do. And I was doing it on Wednesdays. And for a lot of the family, Wednesday did not work. Wednesday was a dead space time. And I did a poll and I asked, you know, what would you all prefer, like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, because Friday is heavily taken. And you all said back to Tuesday that you all would enjoy it. So I adjusted, I adapted, and I moved forward. And I didn't want to keep jumping back and forth. I didn't want to keep jumping back and forth. And like I said, Average and anybody else who gets on the channel, they get on the channel of their own free will, which I appreciate. And I say it all the time. I don't pay any of these people. And with me not paying any of these people, I don't expect them to show up for shit. I don't expect them to even care what the fuck I'm talking about. So every time I do this and people show up, I give the utmost respect and the utmost appreciation. But nigga, I don't. Let me get this straight. I don't beef with nobody. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Right. Like from Bricks to Kick said, it is all love, man.
But at the end of the day, if somebody get out of line, best believe we ain't hesitate to turn up on it.
Yeah. I ain't scared to turn up. I ain't scared to act the fool. Like I don't think people really seeing me act the fool. Like, but I could up. Chris Monica say, "Yo, Average, what's good, man? Speak on the YouTubers. That's resellers on the down. Wait a minute, what kind of down low you talking about now? What kind of down low you talking about? Ohio. But like
they hurting back because of like so much the fact that people aren't really invested in resale like they used to be, like before COVID hit and everything. I think when it comes to a lot of resale platforms, when you got like Gold, StockX, they're getting involved in all these lawsuits and everything because obviously human error with people that let fake shoes pass by. Like, hey, I bet y'all probably knew this, but I just wanted to say it real quick. StockX is going through the whole lawsuit where the dude bought like 30 some odd pairs or whatever it was and came out it was all fake. Or however much.
Yeah, we had him on a live about 2 years ago. We had him on the live and we had a discussion with him. He showed receipts and everything.
Exactly. But at the same time, it's much deeper than that. Because you got to think at the end of the day, resellers ain't stupid. They're going to still make their money either way, even if they know they can still get away with it. Right. Like there was this thing I looked up a couple weeks ago. There was an article on it where apparently resellers are starting to take, for instance, if you look on StockX right now, the Jordan 1 Mocha Hive, the Travis Scott ones that came out a couple years back, took a big ass dip, at least like a damn near $300 to $400 dip. And people speculate the fact that people say they're selling the shoe with a fake in it. So they're going to pick a fake pair that looks damn near like the identical replica you can get off of like Chiku or God Killer Kits or whatever. They take that pair, mix it with a real one, throw it in the box, and hope the authenticator don't say nothing. Right. That's why I think resellers are down right now because of stuff like that. They're not what the platform was meant for.
Not to cut you off, but I was like, y'all got to use common sense with that shoe in general. Like, if you use common sense, that shoe came out, what, 4-5 years ago? There are not many.
Longer than that. That shoe dropped in like 2017.
Yeah, so y'all got to understand, it ain't that many dead stock Travis Scotts out there.
Right.
That right there alone should let you know that where they getting these sneakers from. It ain't that many DS pairs that they can sell on these platforms.
Facts.
So that alone should let you give y'all red flags. And I've been saying that for years. Like, come on, man. How these platforms got all these DS Travis Scott?
The whole thing with the Freddy Kruegers, I've seen so many sneaker platforms, so many videos of like Gonzo and Sneaker Con.
Yeah.
People pulling up with the obviously fake ass Freddy Kruegers and shit.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are getting stupid.
Yeah.
Like, use common sense.
But one thing for certain, two things for sure. Your boy HG got a dead stop fair Travis Scott because, like,
but you're a sneakerhead that collect the most. Like, I got mine over there. I don't want mine. Mine ain't dead stops. Mine ain't dead stop. But it ain't many people like us that gonna keep their shoes dead stock. And like I said, these platforms have hundreds of pairs ready to be sold. Come on, man. That's just common sense.
So we talked about that.
That's facts.
We talked about that about 2 weeks ago because not only did it affect the Travis Scott Jordan 1 high resale numbers, but you can see it affect resale numbers for like all shoes across the board. The Union LA Jordan 1 Storm Blues. I remember those was like 2 bands. Now those are sitting at like $1,300. They got the UNC Off-White Jordan 1s. Those used to be 2 bands automatic. Those have dropped down to the $1,000 price range. Now I think the UNC Off-Whites are a little bit higher than the Storm Blues, only because of the simple fact that, you know, people are biting off of Virgil's passing still, unfortunately. But I mean, it's affected all of the old releases across the market, along with the fact that you have a huge decline and dip in the sneaker resale market. Like, it's just a bad time for resellers, which, in my opinion, to be honest, I don't give a shit because I don't ever buy a shoe for resale. Now I will take advantage of like the resale market in terms of like trade bait, trying to get a shoe that I want, but I never buy a shoe with the intent to resell it. So, I mean, you know, people got their different thoughts and opinions and feelings on that, but to me, it doesn't bother me. Again, I want to shout out to From Bricks to Kicks for calling in. Anybody, for any future reference, if you want to call in and join the chat, if you don't want to hit the link, hey, feel free to call in, man. We can get the conversation going. As you can see, it ain't nothing but a quick IG call, homegrown_kicks on IG, and you all can, you know, more adequately get your thoughts, views, and opinions off, and, you know, keep the conversation going. Because I mean, I never really thought to kind of like present this to y'all like this, but this is kind of dope. You know, I fucks with this, and I appreciate you From Bricks to Kicks for even calling in and like pushing this forward. Because,
like I said, at the end of the day, I call and I associate with the people that I flourish with more than anything. And it's like, if I see somebody really genuine about what they do and about their passion and they drive about what they really want to see, change within sneaker culture, and then not even just that, just in general. Like, I fuck with like real people at the end of the day. And I see y'all as real people, so like I said, it's much love.
hey, I appreciate you. Chris LaMonica said, "Come on, fellas, stop the cap. HGK booted average when he fell asleep in the chair on the line." Oh shit! Bro, hey, look.
No.
Hey, that's some OG stuff right there, man. That's way back, man. And that's what I mean. Like, average got stuff going on. He worked hard, man. The hours are crazy, and I appreciate him for showing up because I know average was exhausted, especially after a basketball game, and the fact that he was even like willing to extend himself to the point where he was falling asleep and head was bobbing, man. Like that's that's gonna go down as like a classic live, man. That was pretty good that night, man. That's pretty funny. I'm surprised y'all remember that.
Like using Ultra Instinct, falling asleep, just working on pure muscle memory.
Yeah. It was, man. She like. I didn't want to. I didn't want to put you out there like that, man. Like, I thought we had forgot about that and moved past all of that. But the people never forget, man. The people never forget. Now, the next thing we're gonna talk about, we're gonna dive into, and let me see if I can pull it up. And this is gonna push us into the next thing that's very current. Is somebody out there, speaking of collections and rarities and how often you might actually see it, somebody out there has an insane collection of 1985 original Air Jordan 1 highs. If you look at it from this video, it's Bred's, UNC's, Royals, Metallics. I mean, and black toes. Like, for a lot of people, this is a lot of people's dream. Like, this is a lot of people's actual holy grail. And I know this endeavor was not a cheap one, especially to find these shoes in great condition. Oh, you got some lows in there too. And I think yeah, and I think I think these are all in a size like 11 and a half, if I'm not mistaken. Because it pushes me to the next video, which they isolated the best quality Jordan 1 high in their collection, which was the 85 Jordan 1 high low. I mean, Jordan 1 high low.
Has this 1985 Air Jordan 1 in the original black and royal colorway going up for auction in a size 11 and a half. The auction house is estimating the shoes will go for between $8,000 and $10,000. Look, usually when you see OG Jordan 1s, there will be plenty of peeling around the collar, but check this out. The collars here are 100% intact. The soles.
Things, if you really look at like an unrestored pair where it don't got no problems with it or no issues, they're still crumbling in the back. And even then, it's still a good restoration job at the end of the day.
Right.
It's still beautiful.
Right. And I think these are unrestored. I think this is like an extreme rare because these don't even look restored. I could be wrong, but they did say that these are unrestored. How true that is, I don't know. But we got to take Complex and we got to take the owner of the shoes' word. Now, I'm pretty sure like the other pairs, some of them are restored, but if they aren't, that's crazy. $8,000, I ain't paying it, but I'm pretty sure it's some extreme hype Jordan lover, enthusiast, whatever have you, that is drooling and chomping at the bit to get their hands on a pair of $8,000 Air Jordan 1 High 85 OG Royals. I mean, average. I know for you at the end of the day, this don't move the needle. You know, like it's just a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I think I kind of have to agree with that at the same time, but you have to look at that not just for like the actual like process of owning the shoe, what you have to go through to get it and all that stuff, or the monetary value. You're owning a piece of history. If that's a real like first run edition of those shoes from 1985, that's a piece of history that you could never get back. I mean, yeah, it's a piece of history. It's not like saying it's a Michael Jordan worn pair like the ones that be selling at auction, like the 13s that just sold a couple of months ago. Those game worn ones that he had signed,
Right?
Those are worth millions. That's a bag at the end of the day. But that right there, that's the history of what came before us, what was in our parents' era and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
You own that and holding that. It's like it's a price. It's almost like an heirloom type thing.
I wonder how many people actually feel that way, because for me, it's so many factors in that just beyond saying, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, that's nice that you got that. It's so many factors beyond that just be like, oh, okay. Like, I can literally, and don't get me wrong, chat, when I say this, but I can literally look at this, show this to you all. And once I get off this live, my day continues as if I never even saw this shit. As if I never even saw this 85, because like I've said a million times before, I'm not a Michael Jordan fan, but I do respect what Jordan has done throughout history. I do like the shoes. Do I like them enough for them to like ruin my life as they did, like as if shoes did for a lot of people in 2017, 2021, 2022? Nah. Shoes ain't got that kind of stranglehold over me. But like also $8,000, $5,000, $8,000. Even if I had it, I wouldn't buy these. Even if I had them, I wouldn't buy them because it's history, yes. But what would make this more exciting is if it was accessible history that I could actually wear. Can I wear this? Yeah. Will it hold up? Nah. I don't look at this in the same regard as a painting, because with a painting, it's understood you can't walk around with a painting up under your damn arm. A painting is meant to just sit somewhere and just be looked at. Shoes are meant to be worn. So if I can't use the item for its intended purpose, it don't hold the same kind of weight as something like a painting. So I mean, it's cool, yeah, but again, will I lose sleep? Nah. But I respect people for how they feel. Like, if you're in love with it, you're in love with it.
If shoes are meant to be worn, why you wear them Travis Scott yet?
That I've been a Michael Jordan fan ever since I was 6 years old and I saw the movie Space Jam, and I'm only 26.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I do understand that too, that it can be considered a piece of art, just like it would be considered a painting or a statue, figure or a model, like a whatever it is when it's a collectible type thing that's made to stay sedentary and only in that spot.
Right.
I totally agree with that. And that's only that's more likely at the end of the day. That's what I would do with them. If I had an actual original OG pair of Royal 85s, they would never see my feet ever. They would never touch the paper.
Dang.
Yeah, chat. Hey, chat. Y'all ask them.
When I'm dead and gone and everything, I'll just pass it on to my kids, and the kids pass it on to their grandkids. Because it also carries. I'm a firm believer that what you have carries the spirit of the intent to which you got it, if that makes sense. So, like, say I get that pair or whatever, and I pass it on to them. The memory of that follows me, it follows them, and my memories live on with them through that. That's the purpose of the heirloom, so that you can remember those that have passed on. And that's the only reason I would even have it. That's part of my collection, what I would have.
I feel you. Ohio 1986 said, "What I mean is YouTubers who get their hands on multiple pairs, then whack their audiences over the head with the resale." Oh, so you talking about like fake influencers, man? People who are in the game for the wrong reasons, just to capitalize off of people's emotions and somewhat level of stupidity. But I'm gonna get to Average's question. That's why I was rubbing my hands together like Birdman and smiling and laughing. So Average asked me, and I'm glad you asked me this. Average asked me if
shoes are meant to be worn.
Right.
Why haven't he wore those Travis Scotts yet, chat? He keeping them as an art, or are he gonna wear his shoes that meant to be worn?
So
tell him we need a video, on feet video of them Travis Scotts, since they meant to be worn.
You need a
let us see an on foot video, because as of right now, you got that sitting as an art and a painting and a collectible, but you just said the shoes are meant to be worn.
All right, hold on. I got you, Average. Hold on. We all have those shoes in our collection that we want to protect for as long as we can. Well, with Crease Guard's Comfort Crease Protection System, 3 easy steps, and you never have to worry about creases again. Whether it's to the grocers or your favorite hangout spot, or to the sneaker store for your latest cop, be on guard with Crease Guard.
Now, he ain't fooling nobody, chat. He was on carpet and he had a floor mat right there at his doorstep. Those shoes ain't get dirty. They ain't get worn. He ain't even lace them up. That don't count.
Look, but technically they were worn. Now, to answer your question, why haven't I fully 100% worn them? Put creases in them and things like that. So my problem is not that I'm using these as art pieces, because in my opinion, ain't none of this shit art pieces. But the reason I have not worn a vast majority of my shoes is a couple of factors. So when I started collecting back in 2016, my mission was to see in the beginning if I could get a pair of Jordans, because like one of my co-workers had got me back into thinking about Jordans, because before I stopped thinking about Jordans because they were so extremely difficult for me to get. So for a good like almost 10 years, I didn't even consider Jordans as a viable tennis shoe. But in 2016, when one of my coworkers, talked to me about them and was like, "Hey, did you cop these?" And I'm like, "Nah, what you talking about? Jordans, huh? What are those?" I almost had like a "what are those" kind of moment. I took on the challenge to see if I could get a pair of Jordans. The first 2 pair of Jordans that I got in 2016, from a long time ago, and let me see if hold on, y'all. Let me see if I brought them with me, because I think I might have left them at the other house. Yeah. I left them at the other house. Like one day you all will get to see them, but they're a pair of like wolf gray or flint colored 13. They're not the flint gray, but they were like the all white upper with baby blue on the outsole and gray on the midsole. But the first time getting back in 2016, my first pair of Jordans since like 2004, somewhere around there, something around there. I don't remember the production date, but were the gray, white, and baby blue Jordan 12s, and they sold alongside the white all red upper Jordan 12s. And my homeboy, he was telling me, "Oh man, no wonder you hit on both of them, because they was bricks." I didn't know what bricks were either at the time. Like, I was just excited as hell to just get a pair of Jordans, and not only a pair, but 2 pair. And then it kind of like went to a point where he was like, nah, you got the easy pairs. You know, it's the real challenge is getting the other pairs and stuff like that. So to a certain extent, I'm a competitive person. And when you get that competitive fire going in me, like I gotta drive like no other. But again, I've worn the 12s. I've worn maybe a couple of other pair like these right here, the Blazer Sakai highs. So hey, let's not get it twisted. Your boy HG does wear his shoes, but what happened is like I had a job where you couldn't wear shoes like that at your job, and I didn't go out. Number one, the main reason because I was going through a bunch of legal lawsuits where I had injuries. And you know, you can't be if y'all know the legalities of stuff like that, you can't have any incriminating evidence against you where they say you trying to do this or you trying to do that. So I basically was confined to the house for like 2 years, and the point, and I done had so many accidents where people have like rear-ended me and hit me back to back to back. My life is fucking crazy since 2015. My life has been crazy as shit. But couldn't wear them at work. I was buying them. Every single shoe I've purchased is a shoe that I like and that I said I would wear. And not being able to go anywhere, not being able to wear them at work, it just fucking snowballed to a point where I had more shoes than I had time to actually put on and wear. And it just happened like that. That's why the Travis Scotts ain't worn. That's why a lot of my shoes ain't worn. But I will tell y'all this, as far as recent releases that I have worn my Bred leather 4s. I had a pair of Jordan 1 Light Fusion punches that I did wear. I wore those for like 2.5, 3 years straight, trying to see the QC of those. And if y'all want me to, I'll do a video on the QC of them joints. I mean, I've worn shoes now. Don't get it twisted. So, you know, to make a long story long, you know, hey, there you have it. That's why them joints ain't got worn. But thank you for asking.
It's crazy you mentioned that. Like, back in 2015, I should say it was 2014 when I first started getting into sneakers and everything. My first pair that really got me back into collecting, I was about, like I said, 15 years old at the time. What really got me into it more than anything was the Jordan 7 Marvin the Martians. Now, a lot of people don't recognize how like amazing that shoe was for its time, because we had the Lola Bunny set. We had the Lola Bunny 7s that came out. Those were fire. Everybody loved those, but they only made them in the women's release. But then in the same year, we also had the Gym Reds come out, the Royal Blues come out, the 12s and everything. And those are beautiful. Those are amazing. Those are some of the best 12s that they've made besides like the OG colorways and everything. But the one thing that really struck me was the Marvin the Martian, because obviously it's got a tie to Space Jam and everything else like that.
Right.
But to me, it was just that shoe set something on fire in me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this something that I need to do. Like I said, I was already into collecting like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, the like 90s.
And I spent so much damn money on cards. When I got locked up, I had about a $12,000 card collection. Books, folders, boxes of cards. And as soon as I got locked up, my ex-girlfriend took them off, sold them.
Hey, man.
Bro, I was so hot. But yeah, that was one of those things where it was like the Marvin the Martians really set it off for me more than anything.
Never, hey, lesson to anybody out there. Never leave your emotional and financial valuable things with your lady. Leave them with your mama. Your mama will always do. Your mama will always do you right. But sticking with the 85 theme, via Z Sneakerhead, we have a look at the Air Jordan 1 High UNC reimagined. Now, these are not the 85 cut like the Breds, but these are a reimagined. Oh no, sir. See, you can't get that music time. They're coming in a lost and found type box. I was not a fan of these. I was not a fan of these when I first saw like mock-ups and things like that. I'm still not a huge fan of these, but these are better than what I initially saw. Retro, he definitely wasn't feeling these. Now, would I say these are like $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 resale good?
No
In
way.
my opinion, no, absolutely not. But I mean, especially and still that stale midsole look crazy up against this upper, and I think that's what really still continues to throw these shoes off for me. But I mean, if you like it, I love it, man. Chat, y'all, let me know what you think of these. Average, what you think of these, man?
Yeah, they all right. Not for me, but they all right.
Right.
I might get them so I can continue my collection of reimagines. But
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah,
That makes sense. Bricks and kicks, man. What you think about them, man? What you think about them?
I gotta say, honestly, these shoes are not gonna do too well on the resale market anyway. They're gonna do just like the Black Toes did. The Black Toe Reimagines, they're gonna probably sit at retail for a little while and then maybe gain some traction over like the next 3-4 months. But I think Jordan Brand really dropped the ball on this one, because why couldn't they just give us this in the 85? They already made the Bred 85 one highs. What makes it any different? They could have made these exactly just like that. Same color palette, same H tone, all that. They could have done that in the 85, and I guarantee you it would have sold out on the first day. Guaranteed. That's what we were waiting for. OG colorways like that, like old heads, like me, you, Average, all that stuff, I guarantee you they would have sold out first day if they was an 85 cut. And that's on everything I love.
Yeah, I mean, but also if they did the 85 cut, it'd be a lot of people pissed off because they'd have to do a limited run of those. And a lot of people wouldn't get them. It'd be just like the 85 Bred highs, and you know, I don't think
that. I'm not to cut you off, but you got to think about that too. It's like they also came out with the 85 low Royals, and those sold out almost everywhere, and they're still gaining traction on the market and resale. They're still. So I mean, yeah, you're right about like it wouldn't appeal to a general audience of like who Nike's really trying to reach with their product, but there's always going to be that old head market. There's always going to be those, you know, grandpa collectors and like young old heads that really do appreciate like where these colorways and these silhouettes came from that would have jumped on that automatic like they did with the Royals and the Breds. That's why I'm saying this right here is good. I like the new modern look of the ones we have now, even though they call them OGs. I don't know why the hell they do that, but I don't know why the hell. But I really think that Jordan Brand did drop the ball on these by not making them an 85 cut. That's the only thing I can say is that they're going to lose more people with this shoe than they're going to gain with them.
I'd probably double up on this shoe to just like wear the hell out of one pair and just like put another pair to the side.
For sure.
The supposed retail release date is May 10th in full family size run. If you're interested in that, Average, I'm glad you're here because when I saw this pop up, I was like, man, this right up Average's alley right here. The Air Jordan 11 Miami Dolphins, bro. Tell me what you think about these.
trash.
No.
Okay. I can breathe.
Like, they just don't look good in certain colors, and then one of the colors that this don't fit that
like
shoe.
Kindergarten releases.
Like this color just don't fit that shoe.
No, I ain't gonna shit on them just like that. They kind of cool, like low key, but nah, they nah.
Yeah, the
They
colors
trash.
just don't fit that shoe.
They trash. Yeah, yeah. Because when I saw these, I was like, trash. I was like, these shits is ugly. Now you might have like the outlier that's like, oh yeah, these is fire. They need to drop these. But let's be honest. This ain't it, man. This is
Let's keep it a buck.
right. This is something that they should have just like. They should have just left these as like a sample or exclusive to Miami Dolphins players. Cause yeah, nah. I don't even know why they would show us something like that.
Exactly. See, now I got a little bit of a like conundrum with that too, because if these came out as a PE for the Miami Dolphins, I guarantee you every Miami fan would have been head over heels in love with that shoe. On everything I love, they would have been clawing at the bit to get that shoe. But now they see this, they're like, oh no, I ain't gonna mess with it. And then it's like, I kind of understand why. Because it's about the name and the brand that's associated with that shoe. Like, for instance, you see like the Michigan PEs, you see the UCLA PEs, all that stuff. They all carry weight because they were actually part of the school. Now, if that was part of like the actual team of the Miami Dolphins, guarantee you would have sold out.
Well, see, you have to ask somebody like Average like that, because Average is a Miami fan. Average is Hurricanes all day, and if he say it's trash, hey, even though Average is difficult to please in the sneaker round, hey, look, it's trash. Now, like, I don't know, I wouldn't consider Average a super fan, but I would definitely consider him a fan of Miami Dolphins. But like you said, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and drop this last one because I don't think I'm gonna roll out. Because I was gonna talk about what is to be released in 2026, but like I'm not even gonna talk about that because what's even the point? Because we're not even through the first quarter of 2025, and we already talking about what's supposed to be going on in 2026. If y'all want to know what's going on in 2026, y'all can go to these different social media outlets. I'll talk about it towards the end of 2025 because we all know that like dates are subject to change. We all know how Nike and Jordan Brand does, and at this moment in time, I ain't even gonna feed into it. But to end things off, we're gonna talk about the price. And I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I figured I would inform people. But the price it costs to make a pair of Air Force Ones. So apparently the cost to make a pair of Air Force Ones is $25. For those people that still wear Air Force Ones, for those people that still care about Air Force Ones, it's costing them $25 to make it. We've already talked about on other lives, why they charge us the price that they charge us. But here's a little bit of insight. So total cost is $25. To ship it, it's $1. Tariffs, $2.50. Once it gets to its destination, it comes out to about $28.50. So they charge a $21.50 markup fee so that they can make 43% revenue, and then $50 markup fee for the retailers that are selling it to us. So basically a $50 storage fee. So by the time it gets to the consumer, we are paying $100. Now, for me, something like this was a bit of common sense, yada, 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 but a little bit of better insight for other people who were like, Nike is just trying to scam us and trying to sell us some bullshit. Now, it might be true they're selling us some bullshit quality material when they could always up the ante on materials. But again, once you reach a certain degree of quality and materials, you have to expect to pay a certain price. So if you want shit to be cheap, you got to expect like corners cut to a certain degree. If y'all want to, talk about how y'all feel about that, man, feel free to talk about it, man. Going once.
I do agree with that. It's a whole bunch of price gaps, and especially a 43% revenue markup, $21 over what it costs to get there. Now I get it because it's cheap materials at the end of the day. Because we all know Nike's leather ain't really the most quality materials like that. But at the same time, I still rock with Air Forces. They're tanks. You could beat those things into the ground, and they'll still carry you no matter what.
So, I mean, bottom line for me, if you don't know how to do it yourself, you got to pay somebody. If you got complaints about what you're getting, learn the skill for your damn self and do it your damn self.
I mean, what's the issue? They do this with everything, not just shoes.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So I don't see no problem.
Shoes, TVs, cars,
if
food.
You don't like it, if you don't like it, make it yourself. You go buy the materials and all that, make it yourself if you don't like it. But they do this with every little thing.
Right. Be Mr. Universe and create everything that you want.
Like, okay, this ain't no worse than paying taxes. They tax us for everything. So what's the difference?
Average ain't lying. That's a fact. He is not lying.
I mean, every little thing. Before we even see our paycheck, it get taxed.
Oh yeah, that shit get
we go buy something, it get taxed. Like they tax us for every little thing. So you crying about this?
Right.
On, you should be crying about that.
43% of the revenue.
And
I understand if it was like 15 or 20 or 43.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all want to complain about stuff like that really matter.
Hey, you'll be surprised how much like, to be honest, if you live in a state that charges taxes, you get taxed more than 43%. Because if you go to, so not only do you get a federal tax, you get a state tax, and then you get a local tax. Mm-hmm. Now, they don't tell you get a local tax, but that local tax is all included to where it's almost invisible to the naked eye. A little bit of information for those that don't know.
And not only that, like I said, after that, when you go to the grocery store, you're paying taxes.
Right.
When you go get gas, you're paying taxes. When you sell something, you paying taxes. They want their tax out of it.
Right.
Like,
especially Walmart. Walmart has a tax, and then you get charged the state tax.
Oh, that city tax. Depending on what city you in.
Right.
You get a city tax. Like,
and that's way more than 43% tax.
Yeah.
I can tell you that for a fact.
After you add everything up, yes. You cannot spend money no type of way without it being taxed.
Because if you look at it, just between your local state or government or city and the grocery store, you're getting taxed 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times, and all of it is supposedly going back into the city. So, and you don't, and where it's supposed to be going back into the city, you don't see a dime of it. So, I mean, I guess for educational purposes, they threw this up here, but at the same time, it questions what was the point of them putting this up here? Like, what purpose does it serve? Because you're getting screwed by your local city and your local state way before you even get screwed by the stores or companies. It just is what it is.
I got a question for that though.
Yeah.
So we take a plain Jane pair of Air Forces that obviously cost like $100 or $110, depending on where you're getting them. Now, if you see them for like, say, you see a pair that's a collab with Supreme or something like that, or you see a pair that's a collab with, God forbid, Nocta or Drake or something like that. Really, does that price point for those shoes equal up to what you're actually paying for it because it's a collab, or does it really not make a difference?
So
It's
when
just a
you
branding
get
thing at the end of it all, it's just branding.
when you get collabs, in my opinion, you get like with a lot of collabs, you get slightly better quality material. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the material, like that's the material that they should be putting with the regular retail pair of shoes, and then collabs should be getting a higher quality material. But you're not getting taxed on the material because the material is barely a step up above what the general release stuff is. You're getting taxed because they have to pay the collaborator. They've got to pay the collaborator for the name. So, like you mentioned, a regular pair of GR Air Force Ones, and they give you the bad material at that price, so that when they finally do a collab, it fools your mind into thinking that you're getting something premium, but you're not. So let's say you get a pair of GR Air Force Ones, and the price is $100. Then you get a collab with a Fragment, Drake, aka Nocta, or like Little Yacht.
Yeah.
What actually is different about that shoe? There is no difference. The only time we saw a true difference in an Air Force One was when Travis Scott did it. Where he came with all the extras and stuff like that. Now, that one might have actually justified a change in the price. But the aforementioned collaborators, Fragment, you just get a damn lightning bolt. Little Yachty, you get a damn figure stamped into the shoe. Nocta, you get Nocta stamped into the side of the shoe. Now, a little bit to the credit, you get a different midsole, and they have to do a completely different mold, and they have to pay for that. But shit, man, fuck all that shit. Still, it's still a plain Air Force One, and none of those shoes, in my opinion, maybe with an exception of maybe a Nocta, justifies a hike in price increase.
But what about off-white? For instance, you got like the clear pair, you got the black pair, you got the Vulcan, the clear, the all Vulcan black ones. It's like those are made out of completely different materials themselves, and they had a whole different design to them.
So
Is that justified?
the only off-white Air Force One that was made out of a completely different material was the first Air Force One that was part of the 10. It had that parachute material on the upper, and those get pitch yellow like nobody's business. All the other Air Force Ones were basically made out of the same basic leather material, but you could justify the increase in price with the metallic flake markings on the side and the actual double layer Nike swoosh and some of the extra branding and the addition of shoelaces, even though like that little minor addition of shoelaces might have gone from maybe 5 cents to 10 cents. Like, I mean, and then you got to pay Virgil Abloh for his idea, for his like I forgot the actual intellectual property and all of that. So I mean, yeah. Now, does it justify like the insane resale prices? Hell no. But it in my opinion, it absolutely would justify the increase in retail price. And I mean, chat, y'all can sound off about that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, or any of what we have been talking about thus far. But I mean, yeah. Like, I think so. These are the closest ones. Union LA Jordan 1s. You got like the stitching around the side. You got a shadow upper, and you got a Chicago one low, a Chicago one lower. You got 3 sets of laces, and this is not the cracked leather this time. But even with the cracked leather on the shoes, it's not actual cracked leather. It's just a stamped paint to make it look cracked to fool y'all. Hey, there you go. I told y'all. I broke y'all in on the secret if y'all didn't know. But like this shoe right here, 200. And the leather is nice and stuff like that. 225. I think this shoe was. Is this shoe, in my opinion, worth 225? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As far as the materials, the quality of materials and stuff like that, this is quality material every day, all day, alone. If I'm being real, if I'm being generous and I'm being serious, I would say this is $180 shoe. And that's just being real. Now, as far as like the Union name and stuff like that, okay, you want to jack it up to 190, and given the current market of inflation, okay, put it to 190. But 225, nah, 200 is 200 is a stretch. 225, hell no. Hell no. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's just being real. I said my piece. But we have reached the 3-hour mark. I did not expect it to go this long. Y'all know your boy HG got to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I got to try to catch my Z's when I can. I appreciate everybody in the chat for coming through and showing the support. Thank you all, as always. This has been another informative, successful, and fun Tuesday night Soul Source. I want to give a shout out to everybody ghost watching, everybody in the chat, and everybody who's going to be watching after the live. Special shout out to from Bricks to Kicks for being our very first call in supporter, commenter, and everything else in between. I appreciate you. I wonder. Hey, I wonder because
anytime I'm available to come on, you already know I will.
Hey, I appreciate you because average the last time we did something on live, it was quickly snatched up. The last time you did a video about something, it was quickly snatched up by the YouTubers with bigger bigger subscriber accounts. The last time I did something, they took my goddamn idea. And I didn't think anybody really watched me like that. So yeah, look, hey, I see you. I might not have the subscribers you have, but just know we did this shit here first. We did what everybody has been begging their subscribers to do, but their subscribers did not have the cojones to do so. Hey, man, from Bricks to Kicks, man, again, I appreciate you. Shout out to Average, man. Thank you for coming through. I know you got a busy schedule, man. It's always. And hey, like we said earlier, ain't no beef, man. It's just grown ass men with grown ass life shit going on, man. It just is what it is, man. Average, before we get up out of here, man, you want to say something to the people? Peace. So, piggybacking off of that, like we always say, follow me on all my social media platforms, but make sure you follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as Spotify, especially Spotify. With that being said, I cannot leave y'all without saying nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way, and dream hungry. Until next time, I will catch you all later on another Tuesday Night Soul Source. Peace, man. Peace.